What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade basketball analysis coming to you with the analysis of the draft. After all these months and the whole entire year of getting it pushed back, getting it pushed back, getting it pushed back, it is finally over and done. And I want to give you my quick thoughts for the top lottery picks in this draft. And number one was Anthony Edwards, a guy that's highly touted because his athleticism, his strength, and his size, but also his fearlessness as a scorer and his confidence is through the roof. But he has some help. He don't have to do it alone in Minnesota as he has guys like Town, D'Angelo Russell, and other guys that can space the floor for him and also facilitate and get him easy shots and get him comfortable in the NBA. He needed some talent around him. That's always been a question mark about him. Can he influence winning? Can he be a winning player? And we will see as he now is in the NBA. And he done enough because he was the number one pick out of all the guys in this draft. So I like him. I think that they needed a guy with upside. Obviously, they got Beasley, who I do like also. But either one of those guys can come off the bench and give you something. So even if you don't want to pay Beasley or you want to pay him and keep him, you still got two guards that can do a lot for you, and you just figure it out as the seasons go on, which one you like, which one you want to keep, and what direction you want to go in. They're still young. They're still trying to fight for the playoffs while also trying to, increase their talent, just like every other team in the league each and every year. Next, you got Golden State taking James Wiseman. I'm not going to say much about this because we all felt like that was going to happen. They needed a center. He's the best center in the draft. Has potential to be special with the face-up game, ability to run, ability to pass. And he's going to a team that's very stern, but also very fun. He has talent around him also. He has spacing around him. And he also have guys that can make his job a lot easier, and that's why it's smart for the Warriors to take him. I had LaMelo Ball going three, and he did go three to Charlotte. They needed a superstar. They needed a guy with upside, and LaMelo Ball checks those boxes. I feel like he's going to a team that needs help. He's going to a team where he is going to be able to be a primary decision maker in the future. And also, this could be his franchise. People feel like he's a superstar. People feel like he has superstar potential. And this is a team that's looking for that. Patrick Williams, I was a little shocked, but I didn't really care for anybody that the Bulls would take because I feel like their main core is already set. They didn't really need a particular player, in my personal opinion. And Patrick Williams was the guy they went with. He's versatile, he's unselfish, he's coachable, and he's going to a team that's hungry. And, we'll see what they do with the other bigs on their team. They've been rumored in a lot of speculation. Some of them are about to be free agents, aka Lowry, and they got to figure out what they're going to do in Chicago. They're getting a lot of talent, but they in a new system. They're going in a different direction now, and we'll see what they do with the roster as they try to build it into a potential contender in the East. Cleveland got Isaac Okoro. I liked this just because they needed a defender. Sexton and Garland are not great defenders, and they also don't have the size to play the two. I wanted them to get a two, and Isaac Okoro can do that. Sexton and Garland can put the ball in the basket. They can space the floor. They can handle the ball. Isaac Okoro don't need to do that right away, but he also has upside to be a special player. So I don't really have too much of a problem with Cleveland. I wanted them to get a two, and they got that, so you can't complain. Kongu, I was a little surprised just because they went and got Clint Capella and they got John Collins. But this guy has team spirit. This guy fits in. He does what you need him to do. And this is a team with a lot of scoring and a lot of playmaking on it, especially in the future. He just need to come in and accept his role, and if he does that, he should be fine. The Pistons take Killian Hayes. I liked this more than everybody else just because they need somebody that can score, and they need, just like Cleveland, a guy that can be a superstar. And Killian Hayes might be raw. He might not be the best ball handler. He might not be the best shooter. But they don't really have anything, especially that they traded Luke Kennard. They have to figure out what they're going to do. Blake Griffin is only here for so long. And with Derrick Rose being a decent player and he's a trade commodity, they need to eventually figure out who's going to be their star, who they're going to build around, and start focusing on that the next 2 to 3 years. And I think Killian Hayes is a guy with huge upside, and he has raw talent, but that's why you develop him. That's why you be patient with him, and that's why you allow him to play and get better. And they have that opportunity for him in Detroit, so I don't have a problem with that. And they did need a guard, in my personal opinion. Obi Toppin going to New York. I heard that they wanted to do this. I wasn't too ecstatic or excited about it, just because Obi don't have superstar upside. He's more of a complimentary player. He can get you a bucket. He can space the floor. He's aggressive. He's a decent rebounder. And they have a lot of guys at his position. A lot of them want to be gone. But Obi, I'm looking at, you should want a guy with more upside. But they've been doing that, and the guys still haven't been panning out. So they go for more of a sure thing, which isn't a terrible idea, but it also isn't the greatest idea when you need a superstar. And we'll see if they'll be able to find one. I didn't like the Wizards picking Denny just because they already had Rui. They got John Wall and Bradley Beal. They already got a team full of multiple ball handlers and guys that can, play make. I didn't feel like they needed another one. I feel like they needed more of a Obi type of guy that can get you a bucket and play well with John Wall. Then he is raw. He's still getting better. He has upside to be a role player to star, but the Wizards needed more than that at 9, and I don't feel like they're getting that with Denny. Jalen Smith, I don't have a problem with this as much as everybody else do because Aaron Baines is going to be gone. Plus, you do need a backup center. Plus, he can play the 4 or the 5 because of his spacing ability. He can play with Chris Paul and Devin Booker because they can kick it out to him. He's athletic. He's mobile, in my personal opinion, for that position. So I didn't really have a problem with Jalen Smith. It was high, but people said the same thing about Cameron Johnson, and he panned out for them so far. So if you got a guy that you like and you don't have no offers that excite you, and you got a guy that you want, just pick the guy and live with the results. And the Suns have done that. It has hurt them, but Devin Booker and other guys have helped them. So he fits in with what they need him to do. The Spurs getting Devin Vassell wasn't really crazy about it because I thought he'd go higher, but they are in a rebuild mode and they do need help at that 3 position if they let DeMar DeRozan go. He does give them a guy that is mobile, can knock down threes, and is a team player. That Spurs basketball, and he's unselfish. So I think he'll fit in. He is a little bit more raw than what people think, and he is going to have to develop his body a lot more, especially if he's going to play that 3 position. And he's also going to have to up his shot creation ability if he wants to be a special player like they had in the future with other guys. But he is a guy that knows his game. He knows his role and he understands how to be a team player, and that's what the Spurs do. So I don't think they're going to have a problem with that. Tyrese Halliburton going to the Kings. I love that for them because I feel like they did need a decent player because they did get rid of Bogdanovich possibly, and they don't know what's going to happen with Buddy Hield, and they didn't get Aaron, which I thought they should have did. But Tyrese is best value, best player available probably, and he dropped further than all of us thought. And the Kings picked up best talent available. I don't have a problem with that. Kira Lewis going to the Pelicans was a little surprise to me, but I don't think that that's really terrible or bad or great. I just feel like he's a solid player and he will fit into New Orleans. And then I look at Boston getting Aaron. I love that. We didn't really need another wing, but Danny Ainge is always getting wings, and he is a guy that can shoot. He's a guy that can get hot, and he's a guy that is very confident in his game. I got love and respect for him. I thought he would go higher in the draft, but I'm a Celtics fan too, and I'm not complaining that we got him because he is a guy that is very combustible when it comes to scoring. So when I look at the draft and the lottery, I liked a lot of the picks. I didn't really feel like nothing blew my mind. I don't really feel like nobody picked a terrible pick. I do feel like some guys fell more than I thought, but I also did predict a lot of these guys not really fitting on certain teams, so I could understand why they would fall. But other than that, I also do like Cole Anthony going to the Magic. I feel like he is a guy that's a spark plug. He is a guy that has shown he can play on the biggest stage against other great players. And they do need more firepower and more scoring. And Cole Anthony brings that to the table. So I feel like the Magic, if anything, they did the right thing also. Other than that, check out my website, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description, comment section below. Check out my Facebook page. analysisplayground.com. Also will be in the description comment section below. Like on Facebook to show support. Thanks for everybody that continues to like on Facebook. Also, check out my older videos. If you like videos like this and you want to see what else I offer, I have plenty of videos, almost 2,000 videos on my channel. And if you like this and you like that, subscribe, like, and share. That's a small thing you guys can do to continue to help the channel grow and support it in your own way. You can also check out my breakdowns from legends, players, rookies, and also summer league coverage when it happens. Also free agency, trade deadline, draft coverage, season previews, playoff predictions, and discussions just like this. Not only that, check out my Spreadshirt. You can buy merchandise on there. That will also be in the description in the comment section below. And you can also buy merchandise on my Facebook page. That will also be in the description in the comment section below. You can change the color of the shirt, change the color of the hat, pick any logo you want, put it on your shirt, put it on your hat, message me, I'll get it shipped out to you. Other than that, Quinn Wade, Basketball Analysis, I'm gone. And I'll be coming back to y'all with the trades that are the most important to talk about. I'm gone.